Our town, like many others, was seeing some decline in the inner city. Our downtown was getting pretty quiet.
20 years ago, we had contaminated uplands, brownfields, things that our grandparents and great-grandparents had done and used for industrial purposes for over 100 years.
I think everybody had the vision to get the property sold, but when it comes right down to contaminated sites, it's very difficult to get the transaction done.
How many people in the past would have came through our town and saw a building with a roof collapsed or the storefronts all boarded up or broken out and just said, why would I stop here? Why would I invest my money? Why would I want to buy anything in this town, a building or anything? And then just kept going.
We talked a lot about, are we going to suffer from the Pandora effect? Once we open it up and open the lid, what are we going to be exposed to? And is it better just to keep it sealed and work around it?
A barrier around town was perception. Some of the folks, especially some of the longtime residents, would question to see, well, why would you want to become involved in a site like that? We know there's trouble there. There was trouble 40 years ago. So why not just let sleeping dogs lie on that site?
The biggest barrier we faced was just uncertainty and the unknown. And it's when the council members and the public doesn't know what they're getting into, people tend to want to back away and steer clear.
One of the barriers is access, of course, to funding and grants that you would typically acquire for these types of projects are not awarded if a parcel has contamination on it. When you talk about integrated planning, you're really talking about how that site fits into the broader context in your community. And the integrated planning grant helps you understand its context inside of your larger comprehensive plan.
The way we went about developing a strategy was to first look at our city's comprehensive plan for guidance. That's our roadmap for the growth of our community into the future. After that, we were out in our neighborhoods, working with our residents, talking to the development community, to the schools that are located around that area, and trying to come up with a vision, one that'll work with the market realities that we have, both now and as far down the road as we could see in the future, to offer as much opportunity as possible for the city and for the citizens.
For rural communities, you don't have paid professionals, you don't have planners, you don't have finance folks, you don't have engineers. Well, you don't have any of that, and so you need help. You need professional help to do a project like this, and so with the integrated planning grant, we were able to do that.
The integrated planning grant was really an innovative tool that would allow us to explore options for the property. We were able to roll over rocks and figure out what needs to be done to make the property usable.
I had the opportunity to meet with a developer, and we went out and walked the site together, and I explained to him what the city was doing with this integrated planning grant, to look at the environmental issues, to think about remediation and redevelopment, and he said, this is exactly what the city needs to do. This is great. Your development community is risk averse.
Having an integrated planning grant can help facilitate private development because it takes the uncertainty out of what it takes to do that development. And the biggest barrier to attracting private investment is uncertainty.
This planning grant has allowed us to get all of the information out and provide us with options to move forward.
And it allows you to hire professionals, it allows you to do investigative site work, it allows you to gather data and develop your options. It's a holistic tool for the reuse of a property.
We don't have the resources to be able to go into this on our own. And our approach, we believe, with this grant is one of partnership and collaboration.
The brownfield world is complex, so it gave us the ability and the confidence to do that environmental investigation and to work out remediation issues and then think about redevelopment, what makes sense for our community. And I don't know of any other program that does that and does it at that connection level with the local government and your state agency.
The blight must end on our community, and it needs to be part of the economic future of our downtown, and that site needs to be integrated back into our main street. If it's broken, if it's not functioning, if it doesn't help our community, then we need to throw it away and quit doing it. And we've got the tools and the inclination to do it, and so we're going to do it.
Having the resources from the integrated planning grant basically allowed us to take a piece of property that would have been an eyesore and detracted from the development of a whole area of our waterfront.
We literally have transformed the waterfront from abandoned industrial use and brownfields properties into mixed-use development.
And in the last 10 to 15 years, there's really been a resurgence of people downtown, living downtown. They're moving back and having their kids here. So I've seen a lot of change and growth and development.
We've added trees and trash receptacles and benches and water fountains and clocks and public restrooms and all those things we can do as city government.
Especially in the small communities in our state, the integrated planning grant is a godsend. These are the very things, the very types of grants and tools that you need to be successful.
Where would we be without the Brownfields program and the integrated planning grant? We'd be nowhere. And we'd still have a blighted site on our community.
Without the integrated planning grant, it's pretty safe to say nothing would have happened to date with this project.
So go, talk, learn, network with your peers across the state, and just learn more about it. That's what we did, and that's what I would encourage other communities to do. By getting out there and visiting and chatting with folks, you aren't committing your city or your county to any specific actions, but you may come away with some insights that you didn't have prior to it.
Call the Department of Ecology and talk to the Brownfields program folks. Do it. They've got a ton of information for you, and they're more than willing probably to come out to your site and talk with you. And it's you can develop the big picture, and that's what you need to do, because you don't want to waste your time or go down roads that you don't need to be going down. So give the Department of Ecology a call and just talk with them. Just talk.